Yeah, good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about a topic which is very near and dear to me. It is something that I deeply believe in. It's the power of dreams. Before I start, let me just share my screen. I have some slides to show. So, guys, today I'll be talking about a topic called the power of dreams. This topic is very near and dear to me, and this is something that has kind of helped me get going in my difficult times. So, as children, we are always taught to dream big, right? We're always encouraged to do things which is not possible or kind of out of a normal person's reach. We are always encouraged to kind of let our imaginations run wild and to believe that anything is possible. But as you grow older, you start getting more and more responsibilities, and more often your dreams get pushed to the back burner, right? But this is not the case. If you truly believe in your power of dreams, you can do it. Dreams definitely do come true. This is a bit of intro about dreams, but I would like to kind of share the power of dreams with some stories from a personal life. So before even I start, let me kind of give you some background. So if you look at my family history and if you go generations back, you will hardly find any link with entrepreneurship. Leave entrepreneurship aside, not even education. In fact, I was the first person from my family to complete 10th grade. I was born in slums of Mumbai to a very beautiful couple, mom being a housewife and father being a carpenter. We used to live in a very tiny house, 10 feet by 9 feet to be precise, and that included our everything right from bedroom, hall, kitchen, whatever you say. During rainy days, when most of the people used to feel happy about rains, they used to enjoy the rains, we used to feel very scared. You know what? Because our roofs used to leak like anything, and we used to spend like sleepless night collecting the leaking water from the ceiling. Not to forget the long queues at the common public toilets. My parents had to go like 1 kilometer to and fro just to fetch the drinking water. I hope you guys are able to kind of relate where do I come from. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to be sharing my personal story. My childhood was very normal. I mean, a very normal childhood. The only aspiration that we had or I had during that time was to somehow complete like your 10th standard and then get back to doing odd jobs, whether it be like driving an auto rickshaw or selling vegetables or at the most working in a call center. That was the only aspiration that we had during that time. Like we didn't have access to uh, information or the internet the way it's common out there. You can basically search for anything on this click of a button. There's no one to guide us during that time. The only thing that I knew was that we come from a poor family, and if you want to do big things in life, you have to have like a lot of money, and you can't basically dream big without having that kind of background and backing. Never ever in my wildest of dreams I had ever thought that I would build multiple companies from scratch, sell one company for a couple of $1 million to an EV giant, make it to Forbes 30 under 30, deliver a TED talk at IITs. I'd never imagined all these things. I'm sure you guys must be very curious to know how did this entire thing happen? How did a person who was born and brought up in slums of Mumbai reached here? I'm sure you guys are curious, and let me share a story with you to kind of help you understand how did I achieve with the help of power of dreams. So back in 2006, to be precise, I was in school and we had a subject in school called personality development. And in that subject, we had a chapter called entrepreneurship. That's the very first time I heard about the term entrepreneur. Today also, I struggle to kind of write the spelling, but about entrepreneurship. So our teacher narrated a very beautiful story of an entrepreneur who had built a business from scratch. I was so inspired by that story that I was like, yes, I want to become an entrepreneur when I grow up. Remember in our childhood, we used to say, I used to become a, when I grow up, I'll become a doctor or an engineer or a pilot. I used to say, I'll become an entrepreneur. But under, I knew that although I'm saying I will become an entrepreneur, but I don't have enough backing. I come from a poor family. So it's practically not possible, but I had that thing in my mind. As and when I grew up, I went into an engineering college, and when I was in second year of engineering, I was attending a talk by a person called Mr. Faisal Faruqi. He's a CEO of Mouthset.com. So when I was attending the talk, he started sharing about his life, how he started his company, what challenges he's facing, what kind of impact this company is having on the society. And I was inspired by this talk that I started getting goosebumps. That day I decided that I want to become like him. I want to start a company like him. I want to build things like him. But at the same time, my inner Javed started laughing at me. My inner self told me that, hey Javed, although you want to become like him, but you don't have whatever it takes to build that. I always had this inferiority complex. That day something happened. I decided to fight it out. I told my inner self that I'll do something, I'll build companies, and you will watch me doing it. And that day I decided that no, I want to build something of my own. I want to start something of my own. Somehow, after a lot of struggle through my childhood, I got into engineering. When I was in first year, I was very fond of computers since my childhood, but I never had one. I got into engineering just because I wanted a computer. My parents never able to afford my computers. Whenever I used to go to book railway tickets, I always used to stare at those mainframe computers, thinking someday I'll get my hands on it. Whenever I used to spot someone using a laptop or a computer in a public place, I used to feel very excited about it, and I used to be like, someday even I'll have access to all these technologies and facilities. So that's how that craze for computers started since my childhood. So the screen that you see is my very first computer that my parents got for me when I was in first year of engineering. When I got this computer, I didn't even know how to properly operate a computer. The very first day I went for practicals. I had my classmates who were from ICSE background, IB schools, CBSE schools. The moment our professors used to ask something to code, they used to code like anything instantly. Whereas I used to sit in one of the corners of the lab, not knowing even how to operate a computer. Many a times, people used to make fun of me, telling me that, hey, if you don't know how to operate a computer, how come you are into computer engineering? I started getting into depressions. I was the most uncool boy in my class, not knowing anything how to do. Now I had two options in front of me. Either to kind of quit my college because I was not able to cope up with the depression because I didn't know many things. The second situation was take the control of the situation and then do something about it. Somehow, after a lot of struggle, I got access to internet. Now, back in 2011, I just had a plain computer. We had no internet access much. So after getting an access to internet, I kind of exposed myself to a lot of things, and I thought I'll start learning things one by one. I learned stuff what we don't usually learn in college. So I started exploring the building blocks of the web. I taught myself web development. Within a couple of months, I launched my very first website, which is still live after a decade. The same people who used to mock me, they found my website and they were like, hey, this looks super cool, would you mind teaching us how to make that website? I was like, why not? So gradually more and more people started joining me with my mission. We started doing a lot of projects together, build a lot of cool stuff together, and the same people who kind of had a different perspective towards me. Their perspective had changed because now I was able to do a lot of things on my own. So I started all alone, but then gradually people started joining me. So that's how it happened with me. So what did I learn from this entire experience is all you just need is like 6 months of focus to change your life. But another important thing is you have to believe in yourself because every dog has its day. You just have to keep pushing hard, right? And if you're true to your mission, people will definitely join you. Just keep working hard and believe in yourself. So somehow I kind of completed my first year with all these struggles. Then I went to second year of engineering. These pictures are from my engineering days. This is how I used to study. This is how I used to look like. In the second year, me and my team we built a lot of products which got featured in national newspapers. The same team was responsible for building this. In second year and third year, I had to have like some ventures in order to be able to pay my college fee. So I founded like multiple companies. One was into 3D printing. I also used to run power banks business. I used to buy power banks for like 14, 15 rupees and sell it for like 350 rupees on online, massive margins. Then somehow I reached in fourth year of engineering. Again, the story is different. I didn't have enough marks to kind of for the college to allow me for campus placement. So the struggle was different. Somehow I found the job basis on my skills in the offline world. The moment I got into the job, within 3 months, I didn't like how things were going, or I had bigger ambitions. So I quit my job in 3 months, and then I founded a company with my friends called Korrect. So we ran this company for 4 years. This is a team that you see on the screen. Uh, in 2020, this company got acquired by an EV giant. These are the papers that we are signing. Forbes 30 under 30 Asia delivered a tech talk at IIT Patna. So all these things happened, and I cannot even imagine how things transpired right from nowhere to a place where you have something in your hand basically. So what do these stories have in common? I shared like in the last few minutes I shared multiple stories. What do these stories have in common? They both show that with hard work, determination, and perseverance, your dreams can become a reality. But it's not only about hard work, it's also about having the courage to chase your dreams, even when others tell you that it's impossible. It's about believing in yourself, in your abilities, even when others doubt you. Most importantly, it's about never giving up. Never ever give up. Because when it seems like your dream is out of reach, even when it seems like hope is all lost, there is always a way to make it. Don't let anyone tell you that your dreams are impossible. Don't let anyone hold you back from chasing after what you want. And most importantly, never give up on your dreams. Because with hard work, determination, and a little bit of courage, anything is possible. Before I conclude my talk, let me leave you with the things I learned through all these experiences in life. Number one thing that I learned was you do what you love and love what you do. If you follow this mantra, you'll enjoy every bit of journey and tackle challenges seamlessly. Many times during the journey, there are obstacles, there are hurdles. But then if you love what you're doing, it won't look like you have hurdles in front of you. You'll enjoy that entire process. Second thing that I learned was ideas are just 1%, 99% is execution. Everyone has got ideas. But who wins is the person who wins is who executes, who actually takes his idea and converts that into reality. Life is like too short to learn from your mistakes. You can't afford to commit all the mistakes that has been committed by the entire world. You have to learn from other person's mistake. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Fourth thing that I learned was degrees are important, super important. But then degrees are not the only thing. The times have changed. You got to focus on skills. You got to focus on what kind of drives you. And lastly, again, as the topic is, your dreams do come true. But yes, at the same time, dreams without actions are just plain dreams. It won't result into anything. If you truly wish to achieve anything, you can get your hands on any damn thing in this world. Just that there has to be that hunger, there has to be that trust to achieve that thing. Remember one thing: your thoughts become things. Think again. Whatever you think, it becomes a thing. Right. Lastly, I'm sure many of you must have seen this movie, Pursuit of Happiness. So this is my favorite quote from that movie. You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. If you want something, go get it. If you want something, go get it. Go get it, friends. Go get it. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do. Even if someone tells you that, hey, you can't do this, it should serve as a trigger for you rather than demotivating you. The more the people tell you, it will be more fun to kind of show them and achieve your dreams. That's all I had to say about dreams and the power of it. I hope you guys kind of had something to learn from this talk. Everything starts with a belief, right? Number one thing, you should know what, why, and how. So whenever you're dreaming something, your why has to be very clear. Say, for example, if you want to become a doctor, when I say why, what are you going to do when you become a doctor? Your reason has to be enough. Say, for example, I want to become a doctor so that I can serve humanity. It's a noble profession. It helps me connect with people. So your why has to be strong. Your intention has to be like very pure, and then you focus on what and how of it. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.